Men will stop loving you if you don't love yourself enough, okay? I mean, the hardest thing you can ever do as a human being, besides from being a man, okay, is loving someone who doesn't love themselves. I mean, how can you convince them to love themselves? Like, first of all, this love thing, relationship, they have their own challenges to start with. So now that you have to deal with someone who doesn't love themselves, how do you navigate this? So, if you are a woman and you want a man to truly love you, you need to love yourself first. Simple as that. Like, there isn't a way around it. There isn't a magic pill. I am not the type of, people that are going to tell you, well, if he doesn't love you, dump him. I'm here to say that if you don't love yourself, he should dump you. How about that? If you don't love yourself, I mean, what type of human being do you think he is? He has to be accountable for his love for you, but now you want him to be accountable for the fact that you don't love yourself enough to be in a relationship. This is it. If you don't love yourself enough, do not get entangled with anybody, because you are going to definitely put them into a turmoil to a point where they will never have peace in that relationship. So now, before you know it, you will be the type of woman that will be going from one place to the next, saying that, well, he wasn't in love with me. When this happened, he dumped me. He didn't love me enough. But yet, if I were to dig digger, I mean, sorry, I said digger. What the heck, Rose? To dig digger? What are you thinking of? All right, to dig deeper. I wasn't thinking of anything. Please don't hold this against me. This is the most authentic I can be. I don't edit my voice overs. I am not the type to edit. Even my in-person videos, I don't edit them. Do you understand? So if I were to dig, well, oh my God, Rose, not again. What is happening to you today? What is happening? All right. Let's go again. Hopefully, I don't make the same mistake, It seems as if my subconscious mind is coming against me. It's working against my behind. If I were to dig deeper, not digger. I will find out the hard way that you are hard to deal with, my dear. You are very hard to deal with, and you are very unbearable. There are certain women that are just unbearable to deal with. They like low self-esteem. Okay, like they don't even know who they are. If you don't understand yourself, why would you want someone else to figure you out? I feel as if that is asking too much. I mean, that is the hardest thing to do. It's like women. Okay, we women are complicated. Women want men to read their minds. I'm like, how? I can't even read your mind. I am a woman and I cannot read your mind. So how do you expect a man to read your mind? Well, the woman will come and say, well, Rose, he should have known. They're talking about their, boyfriend. He should have known that I wanted this color and not this one. He should have known that I wanted him to take me on a date and not this one. I'm like, if you don't express that to him, how would he have known? He wouldn't have. There's a certain woman, they get angry when the man doesn't give them money. They're like, well, when I told him my stories, he should have known that I needed money. I'm like, you don't understand men, do you? Most men, if you don't tell them what you want, they will assume that you are okay. If you are in source of money, let's say you are in a very dire situation and you need help. Let's say your car got towed, something happened, like you need some emergency help monetarily. And you call your boyfriend. Okay, tell him, this and that. You beat around the bush, thinking that, well, he should pick it up. He should pick on what I'm trying to tell him. But he didn't, Rose. Can you imagine? Oh my God. I'm like, what? He couldn't read your mind. Oh my, he couldn't. He's not a fortune teller. What are you talking about? Is he a psyche now? You want him to read your mind? That is too much. No one can do that. Okay, so it's like if you're not direct with a man, he wouldn't know what you want. So if you don't love yourself enough and you expect him to love you, he's going to be confused. Like, what? What do you want me to do? I love you, but you don't love yourself. There's nothing he can do. Okay, there's nothing he can do. And oftentimes men do get tired of this clinging woman that want men to worship them even though they don't worship themselves. Look, let me tell you, There's one thing. People with money, people with money for some reason or miraculously, which is not a miracle by the way, their tendencies to have bank loaning them money. They don't even have to ask. The banks are going to solicit their services. Like, oh, do you want this much in loan? But at the same time, the bank is rejecting the broke the broke asses. Like who wants loan? The bank said, no, I'm not going to give you a loan. I want to give the richest man in Babylon a loan. And you're like, but life is not fair, huh? How do you expect that? So if you love yourself, men are going to love you more. Same scenario. If you have money, banks are going to solicit your services. They want you to go and bank with them because they know you have the mullah. You have money. Okay? You filthy rich. So they know their money is safe. And they're looking for that little interest. Not little. If you have money, like you mean dirty money. If I mean dirty money, it's a figure of speech, okay? Meaning you have filthy money. You have so much money to put towards things, okay? That's what I mean. That's the analogy here. So therefore, they're like, well, come bank with us because they know the interest that they're going to get if this guy go and bank with them. But the broke man or the broke person that want the bank to loan them, they're like, stay away from us. It's going to take you, like a century for for us to get our money from you. You're not going to be able to pay us. So therefore, they are going to come up with tactic to deny you. A man, on the other hand, cannot give you love that you're not giving yourself. That's how come when you're a woman and you places yourself first as a woman, men are going to respect you, and with that respect, they're going to love you more. They're going to be desperate to keep your attention. Same as banks are desperate to keep the richest man attention. They are desperate to have them bank with them. Men that you meet in your life, they are going to be very desperate to get your attention because they know that you love yourself enough to a point where they don't mind falling for you. People like substance. Men, if I say people, well, people in general, by the way. But since my subject here are men not loving a woman that don't love themselves, so men love substance within a woman, beside from your physical attribute. Remember, at first they were attracted to you because of your physical attribute, whatever it is you are presenting or you were leading with, my dear. They wanted to go in there. Get it? After that, what is left of you? It has to be something of substance. That's why they're going to care about your intelligence. Okay, your emotional intelligence, what do you do? What is that? How do you reason? Because potentially if a man invests in you emotionally, he's going to start thinking ahead of time. If you are really his cup of tea to a point where he want to project himself with you, he's going to say, well, I want my woman intelligence here and there, so my children can be intelligent because you're going to be the woman. And after time, the heavy lifting is on the woman. So if he doesn't want a dummy for a wife, has a potential mother to his children, he doesn't want that. So that's when I tell a woman that men are not as dumb as you guys want to make them seem. Like, oh my God, they are just this, they're driven by this, No. They may be driven by, the physical attribute of a woman. But when they come to the woman that they want to settle for, they want to commit to, there's more that they're asking, than you like to admit, or, they will ask more from that woman. So therefore, it's like, okay, well, you have to be smart. You need to love yourself. What deal am I getting in? Because, hey, I'm here to say that, unfortunately, a lot of people do not want to admit this, but this love stories, love and here and there, there's always a transactional aspect of love. There's something you're trading for something. It doesn't matter. You could be trading your intelligence for companionship. You have to trade something to keep each other interested. There's something within you that your partner want to be with you for, stay with you, love you for. So if you as a woman, you don't love yourself enough, because hey, if you don't love yourself enough, everything around you won't have meanings and substance, no value. So therefore, a man cannot take you seriously. I'm so sorry. If he is the player type, he's going to play with your emotions. He's going to play with your body. And when he's done, he's going to dump you for a woman that has more substance to her. You don't love yourself, but you want a man to love you. I am here questioning your narrative. Because when women come online and say, well, he must love me for who I am, I say, yes, he must love you for who you are. But who you are is relative and should be questionable. Who are you? Are you the woman that doesn't have enough love for herself? If you are that woman, then I don't think a man should love you for who you are, my dear. Who you are in quotation, by the way. Since you think you are fancy, not fancy, but you think you're special, for who you are. What is he settling for? It's something have to give. It's something have to, I keep telling you guys, yeah, you need to give something more than your body. If your body is all you think you have to give to a man for him to commit to you, then you are thinking the wrong way. And with this type of thinking, you're going to be used by so many men, because before you smell the coffee, my dear, that coffee is going to come with a price. Because you are not going to smell the coffee for a long time, meaning you're going to have so much mileage on your body, and you won't recognize yourself. You're going to lose yourself before you realize that you were being played. Before you realize that your milkshake good and shit, there boy, yeah, there boys. Someone said, Rose, just shut up. You are the worst person whenever you attempt to sing. My ear hurt. Okay, I get it. That's the time you're going to realize that your milkshake, unfortunately, couldn't keep the boys. Your milkshake couldn't keep the boys for too long. So you have to jump from one person to the other, and your ego is fooling you. Your ego is telling you that, well, if he doesn't want you, another one will want you. At what cost, my dear? You need to fix the root cause to a point where you don't need a man, and the man will start running after you. You want to find out about the dark psychology of keeping a man or keeping men crawling for you, my dear? It's deeper than your eyes can meet. You may have to pay me for that. One session. Yes. I may have to charge you because it's dark and it's effective. Someone said, well, just keep quiet. Okay, I get it. But I'm trying to say that in life, okay, there's something we as human, we are attracted to people who are hidden somewhere. Hidden somewhere how? It could be you loving yourself and having the confidence. What the heck, Rose? The confidence enough to trust yourself. Let's talk about the spiritual aspect. The energy that you are vibrating at is going to attract other people that are vibrating at that energy. Now we are going into energy. Another universe it is. Okay? If you don't believe in the law of attraction, the law of assumption, then the girl here, Rose, that I am, I believe in those laws. Okay? I'm very, very spiritual than you can think. I've told you guys for a long time that I am very spiritual to a point where it's ridiculous. To a point where I can predict who's thinking about me. To the T, by the way. All right, let's proceed before I scare the heck out of your behind. Say, Rose, are you turning into a psychic? I say, borderline psychic. All right, now. It's so funny. Now, I don't know. I sit here in this room and laugh at my own jokes. Damn, I must love myself, This is how you should love yourself, to a point where you're so confident and you laugh at your own jokes. When you make mistakes, some grammatical errors, you laugh at it, You don't edit it out because you want to look so smart, You're someone who doesn't take themselves seriously, but yet borderline cocky without a cock, my dear. You want to cross me? Now I know my subscribers are like, Rose, we're not here for you. Shut up. Okay. Love yourself to a point where it is magnetic. Magnetic, because attraction and energy goes a long way. The law of attraction, you are who you attract. If you are not vibrating at a higher level, you're going to attract people who won't be vibrating at a higher level. It's like an infidel or unfaithful man wanting to have extramarital affair. He's going to meet a woman who's also looking for the same thing. She doesn't have to be necessarily married. She's going to how you call it? She is going to be with this man with the intention of never getting serious with him, but he wouldn't know. So, like if you are vibrating at the same level in the law of attraction, you guys will attract to each other. So you know how in physics, okay, opposite signs attract and same sign repel. They cannot be magnetic, but in the law of attraction, you are who you attract, meaning you attract what you are. So therefore, if you don't love yourself, my dear, do not be surprised if you find a man who won't love you. You can't give what you don't have, and what you don't possess is going to attract emptiness to you. So if you've been struggling with men who don't bring substance in your life, do not be surprised. If it's because maybe if you look deeper, you don't have substance within your own life. Okay, you may be lacking the substance you're seeking. So if you want seriousness, a serious relationship, and you are not finding that, you need to take a moment and then go deeper. Okay, take a moment, go deeper, and see if you are the root cause of this. What type of energy are you emitting when you go there in the world? You may be saying one thing, like, oh, I want a man who will accept me for who I am. I want a man who will love me. I want a man who will marry me. I want a man who will be with me forever. I want my man, but you are dating a married man. Those are two frequencies that should meet. You know why? Though you say you wanted a married man, you wanted your own man, but you ended up dating a married man, is because within the law of attraction, mentally, your mental game didn't change. Let's say you are the type of woman that is accustomed to dating men who are taken, that is attracted to the taken man, and you say you want to make a switch. If you have not made the mental switch, you have not worked on yourself, do not be surprised if your next endeavor or rendezvous is with a married man. You are who you attract. If you don't have love within you to give, how would you expect another human being in Babylon to give you love? It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You're going to meet with someone or men that are going to mistreat you. You're going to jump from one man to the next. You're not going to do the inner work. Instead of taking your time and finding out what could be wrong, what could be going on, you're going to say, well, because your ego is going to speak for you, and your ego will always speak for you, by the way. Well, he wasn't a good man. You will see them calling dating shows and saying he wasn't a good man. Now I'm looking for a good man. Are you a good woman, my dear? How good do you think you are? That's the question. If you cannot ask yourself this important question, then, or you don't have the stomach to digest this type of important question, then I don't know. Sorry, I won't be surprised if you jump from one man to the next, okay, thinking you are looking for the one that you want will never find you until you find yourself. That's the thing here. The one that you want is not looking for you. When you change your frequency and your thought process, whereby you work on yourself, you are confident enough because you love yourself, because you have done the internal work, then you will find the man. Remember, it won't go looking for, you don't have to look for him. He will find you. And when I say he will find you, by the way, I'm not saying your ass will be glued to your TV and you expect him to find you. He's not going to come there knocking. You need to position yourself in places where he will find you. Do you understand me? Yes. Position your behind in places where you shall be found. Okay, don't go into a hiding and say, well, Rose said he's going to find me, so therefore all I have to do is to sit here. My man is on his way. Yes, I am so beautiful, and my beauty, is filling out this room, this house, this bubble of mine. You need to go out there. Okay, work on yourself. Go out there. Position yourself. Don't look at men weirdly, by the way. If you look at them, they will look the other way. Again, if you want them to find you, you don't look. Meaning your ass don't go there looking at men weirdly. Okay? I have strategies for women that can get you the man that you want. But those strategies are hidden. I'm not going to tell you now. You think I'm a fool? You think I'm a fool? All right. Uncommon theories, uncommon answer. Again, my name is Rose, and I shall always remain the Rose that you know.